Hello and welcome. My name is Max and today I'm here to show off the new base. New what? The new base. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. And it's full of copper and iron plates. But how? How did this happen? What are these? By train stations. Look how gorgeous these are. Oh my god. And what I have here is crude oil. What, you ask yet again? Yes, I have crude oil on my main bus. It is my main bus and I'm gonna have it. Do you know why? Here, on the main bus. Ooh, look at these two. Where does those things come from? Look at this. How many robots do we have in the network? About 1,000 construction and 640 logistics. Now we need way more construction. While my robots were busy handling the rail construction, I went ahead, crafted many more robots. Why? Because I had plenty of robot frames handy. So I thought maybe I just turn them into useful things, actual robots, so they can help around. And that's what I did. So let's go and take a look what I have done and what the factory is like right now. And as you can see, yeah, we are missing a few things here, but that is perfectly intentional. I do not want this train station to work yet. I deconstructed this. I made a mistake. This cannot be here. This should move down a little bit. There was some duplications. So I rectified that. Now I'm using the hyper modular train blueprint for this one because I need to place it in a way that is more compatible with the RoboCell situation. Right now it's in a good place. The reds are because it's water. So it won't interfere if I want to ever increase the range of the RoboPort. It perfectly goes along with the rail system. So what we did is that we went all the way around and got connected to the previous rail. Now you might wonder, why am I using these junctions instead of just a simple curve? I'm leaving room for expansion. As you can see, we have copper here, we have coal here, so many other patches. I want to tap into them as soon as I test this station and make sure it works. So what are we waiting for? Let's just do it. Robots, get to work. Bam. And just like that, we have our first train en route. This train here has a full load of iron ore and is coming straight for this station. Once it unloads its cargo, we're gonna start smelting it. And once we smelted that, the main bus comes to life. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Satisfying, right? And let's do this. I'm gonna follow the ore and make sure, yeah, well, we know how the smelting array works. There's nothing there to watch. I want to make sure the train can go back uninterrupted. And yes. And by the way, the train station surely has another train coming its way. And that's it. That's all we wanted to see. It goes back, picks up more ore. The fuel situation should be good. Otherwise, it would have showed me what's going on. Okay, we're done. All is beautiful. All is working. Now, we need 2 more smelting arrays. And we need copper, rail for copper. I have a feeling I would like to go for the copper situation first. So, how to do this? Very, very easy indeed. I'm just gonna pick this up, this area, and try to see where I can fit it. It should be here. Let's put it down. The thing is, this station is going to be totally different from the iron ore station. So I'm not going to connect it just yet. Ooh, I love this. It's so fast. It is so fast. I love this. And look at this. Look at this beauty. Let's keep the robots busy, shall we? Why not? The reason I'm using these two belt sections or belt groups is because these are going to be our initial bus belts. So we are going to use this. We're not going to extend these as of now. Let's go and see how we're going to do this. What I want to do is that I want to delete all of this. And this might look a bit strange why I do this, but bear with me for a second. The signals and everything is parameterized, so I do not want any mix-ups. Wow, that was satisfying, wasn't it? How many bots are active? We're barely making a dent. Now the stacker remains the same. So we go into the rail section, stations, stackers, 5. And which one was it that we used? Yeah, this one. Okay, so overlap. We have a blank station at our disposal. I'll go ahead and connect it. Now, how are we going to do the copper station? Easy. So this is a requester, right? This is a requester station. Copper is of course solid, and it belongs to our 5 train group series. It's going to be a fiber, and the item of course is going to be a raw copper or copper ore. Max train limit 4. Cargo wagons 4. Anything else? Well, looks good to me. Done. Now we need the unloader section. Of course we do. Yeah, it's gonna be like this and like this. Now this should work, except I want to also upgrade it for max throughput, which should be like this, and that's it. Now we're waiting for this, of course, but we do not need to wait because we know the drill. We know how this whole thing works. A T-junction. Okay, and that's it. We're happy now. Okay, now we let the robots do the work. So let's see. Yeah, this is all good, all functional. Train limit, of course, 4, because we desperately need copper ore. But the problem is we do not have any provider stations. We're gonna go make some in a few minutes. Just want them all to be on the same level. So it looks nice when you look at it like this. And that's our copper. Let's see this situation right here. I think we should start with these because I just want to get rid of them so we can use these areas to build stuff. Most probably solar, and that's what we're gonna do. The train's back on track. Of course, it's gonna go deliver. Can I click on it? Yeah. Some iron ore. This is all functional now. And it's going to be easy for the rest of the main bus lines. We just need to do what we did here, just more of it. You know, there's something really cool about the parameterized provider stations, where this one can be used for anything. Why? Because it doesn't care. It don't care. Like, it just provides ore. And based on the kind of ore that enters the system, it determines if it's the right station for the right request. See? So we put something like this down, and it just needs the grouping, that's all. This means we can just copy this whole station and use it here. Maybe for the copper, maybe for something else. Or should I make something like this? I think I like this more because I can extract the copper this way and put it on the belt. And I can do a similar thing for this. So let's see. The way I want to design this is probably a train line going up. Then one of them is going to be branching into the copper ore outpost. The other one is going to be branching into the coal post. Do we need robo cells around this area? I don't think so. I really don't want to drag all those robots this way. So I'm going to be doing the construction. That's okay. So let's do that. The new base. Look at this. Oh my god. Look how beautiful this is. This is our main bus, remember? And it's full of copper and iron plates. But how? How did this happen? What are these? These are smelting array. Neatly organized into robo-cells supplied by train stations. Look how gorgeous these are. Oh my god. And all of them are connected to our smart train network. Okay, let me tell you something very interesting. I did a bit of rearrangement here. I decided to include 2 lines of stone bricks and 2 lines of stone versus 1 each, and also double the plastic lines. And I included coal. You're like, what? Coal? Yeah, why not? Let's include it. We might need it on the bus. We have plenty of space, right? So why not? And guess what? What I have here is crude oil. What, you ask yet again? Yes, I have crude oil on my main bus. It is my main bus and I'm gonna have it. Do you know why? Because, look, usually the refinery is gonna be limited to a tiny place. It's like built once, sometimes with beacons, preferably, and that's it. And I do not want that. I want something more dynamic. And since in Factorio Space Age or Factorio 2.0, the throughput of pipes is unlimited, that means I can put as much oil on this line as I want, and therefore have as much oil refineries and chemical plants as I want. Very dynamically expanding. How about that? You cannot complain about that, right? No, don't complain. So anyway, I didn't do everything. I did not want you to miss all the fun. So I'm gonna walk you through some of the things that I did, and then we're gonna do even more. So first of all, look at this. We have two copper smelting sections. First of all, let's cut this line here, sever it. Now, I do not want to build these lines because first of all, we do not have power for it, even though I've increased the power production. This section, it was useless. It was like barely anything going on here. No ore patches, no nothing. So I just put some solars here. I connected it to the logistic network so our robots can build it. Connected the power, and voila, that's it. It's going. This was our refueling station, remember? What is this one? What's happening here? Let me show you what's happening. First of all, the depot. It's now gigantic. I've doubled it in size. Even more. Let's see how many stations are here. 21, more than doubled. It was 10 before. Why did I do this? Well, because now we have more train stations. We have a brand new copper station or copper outpost. 4 trains always ready to go, tapping into this ore patch. We have another outpost, coal, with 4 trains ready to go all the time over here. And then I have here a supply of coal. This is a receiving station or a destination station. And where does it go? Well, 2 of the lines are here. I don't know. I've not decided what to do with these 2 yet, but 2 of them go here on the main bus. Ooh, look at these 2. Where does do those things come from? We have stone bricks and stone, which come from here. Well, I'm smelting half of it and just delivering the other half because guess what? We need stone in its pure form, and they come from this train station. This is also a destination station or a receiving end or a requester in Factorio lingo. What is this one? Why is it like this? Well, guess what? You remember we needed 2 separate robo-cells for copper smelting, each for 1 main hub cluster or belt group? Yes, we've developed this one. This one is still here. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna copy this and put it here because all the receiving stations are the same. I'm gonna even copy this section because it is gonna be the same. And guess how easy and convenient this is. That's it. Done. Hello, robots. Wow, they were all waiting here. Let's put them to work. Now, we need 2 copper smelting robo-cells and 3. Look, 1, 2, 3 groups. 3 groups of iron smelting. But I do not want to smelt all of them yet, so we're going to do this. How glorious is this? 1, and that's it. And we're going to sever it here and here. We do not want to connect it in any way. And now these are connected. Wow! Look at all these robots going in different directions, building these stations. That's amazing. Okay, let's leave these robots here and go and check out what else we have done with the base. What are these? What are these things? Well, let's see. These are mega charging stations. So you see, we have robo-cells, correct, but they have only like 4 of these charging stations and we have many robots. So I thought, why not a charging station that has some storage in case some of these weary robots can like need some charge on the way. So I put them strategically here, this is another design, and here. Anyway, so these are charging station. It is still experimental. I'm not sure how useful they're going to be, but yeah, let's put them to the test. Oh my god, this is magnificent. This is glorious watching these robots work. Even though slow, they are still doing things. Each one of these robots is like click, pick up an item, click, put that item down, and the travel in between. Another thing that I would like to show you. here, a stone patch that we tapped into, yet with a clear new design. This stacker is different from the previous one. This is like more compactish, and I cannot help but find this amusing. Yeah, this one has capacity for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trains. Yet we are limiting it to 4. Okay, and look at this oil. I've tapped into this oil here. I know it's not much, but I don't care. Why? Because this is just one of the many oil patches that I'm tapping into. How does it work? It comes here, here, goes into this. How much do we have here? 400k liters. And in the train is 200k liters waiting to be delivered. I'm gonna add more trains to this line. Probably, let's say, maybe 4, yeah. And then I can tap into this one, and this one, and this one, and many more. Why? Why? Let me tell you why. Okay, so you see we have this amazing oil patch here, or oil wells here, that we tapped into early on. And based on that, we have this refinery, and it seems like it's going to last us for a long time. But we are following the same principles for our architecture. If we are centralizing everything on a main bus, and we don't care where this copper ore comes from, why should we care where the oil comes from? Therefore, you guessed it right. After these 3 iron ore delivery train stations, I'm gonna have one more train station here, which is gonna deliver oil. And guess what? It's gonna be a gigantic reservoir of oil waiting here to go on the main bus. It's going to be magnificent. I'm telling you, just wait and see. And we'll probably do it in the next episode, because it's a project in and out of itself. Iron up for grabs, copper up for grabs, more oil, and so on and so forth. And we are okay-ish on the power side. Let's check it out. See, we make some dents, some serious dents here. It used to be a bit worse, but this highlight right here is right after I plugged in this block. And we have no shortage of solar. We can, of course, expand with solar as much as we want. But my intention is to get this going. And yes, we have plenty, and I mean plenty, of uranium-235. Now, as you know, we can convert each and every single one of them into 10 uranium fuel cells. 10, not 1, 10 of them. And how many of these we have? 200. Forget about this. For now, it's 200, which means it's 2,000 uranium fuel cells. That's enough to power our base right now, even if we do not want to wait for a Kovarex enrichment process. I hear Kovarex is the name of the genius that made this game. It's easy. It's just space science packs. So I'm probably gonna wait, if I can help it, to get to space first and then start the uranium power. And until then, we'll do with solar. And that means this thing's gotta go. Why? We had this because we wanted to make uranium bullets and cannon shells, which we stopped that project for now because we handled everything with mines. And if you have not seen those episodes, oh, please go watch those episodes, especially the one where we go and fight biters so desperately. But yeah, not many people do this, but I want to do it. I want to bring uranium ore to the main bus. Yeah, you heard me right. We're going to have one dedicated line for uranium processing. Maybe 2. Who knows? But 1 is guaranteed. 1 line is guaranteed, meaning there has to be a train station up around here to bring that ore, that precious ore in. And then, yeah, we can process it as much as we want. And we have no shortage of ore patches. One was here. Yeah, one is here. There's another one here that we have to fight for a little bit. And another one here. So I think we're good. I think we're okay. Yeah, and that's uranium. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is this. So this train is a liquid train, is a liquid cargo train. It's different. So it needs a different separate refueling station. So this is a refueling station for all the liquid trains. This is the refueling station for all the solid trains. And that's it. That's the whole thing. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, look at all those robots. They're done working. But we are far from done. This is just the beginning. From here on, the game is gonna be more awesome, even more amazing, because now we get to focus on the architecture, not on teeny tiny things, not on this spaghetti mess right here. And yes, we gotta clean this up, but first we have to build things here. But oh boy, it's gonna be so satisfying cleaning this whole mess of a spaghetti up. All right, are you excited? Are you excited as I am? So click that subscribe button because there is going to be more videos. This is going to be a very long series. We are going to reform and revamp this whole factory many times over, and it's going to be exciting, honestly. And I do appreciate your comments and feedback. Please let me know what you think of the factory. If you have any brilliant ideas, I want to know about them. Leave them in the comments below and click that like button. This is great. I love you guys and see you in the next episode. Bye.